Hi, I'm James Matthews Paul. This is day 7 on the Imaging of Things videocast with EFI. I'm really lucky to be here with Scott Wood, who has had a lot to do with the Nozomi press. We've had so many questions about the Nozomi C18000. I thought I'd collar Scott into giving us a bit more detail.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks to be with you. So, for those folks not familiar, Scott Wood, I'm with the Inkjet Solutions Division of EFI, Senior Product Manager and the Product Manager for the Nozomi platform. So, welcome.
Thank you.
What you see behind us in the background is the Nozomi C18000, EFI's first wide format single pass press. Actually, the doors are open, so it's a fantastic looking view inside. 1.8 meters wide, 3 meter max length, can do dual lane printing, but fantastic output on a single pass press, really targeted at the corrugated and paper-based display market.
Fantastic. And so corrugated and packaging, they're really big buzzwords here at Drupa 2016. Now, I know you've just been through this with me once, but can you just give us the USPs of why the Nozomi C18000 is, what makes it so special compared with its competition within that space?
Yeah, I think one of the really interesting things that we did is we picked a width of 1.8 meters, and that's different than some of the other presses. And what it really allows the customers to do is, particularly one application's pallet wraps, it allows that 2-piece pallet wrap now to be done versus it being done in 4 pieces on a flexo press, which is how they do it today. So time, money, savings not only at the OEM who's doing the box, but also at the store where those things have to get assembled. So it's a cost savings for the end user as well. So those are some of the things that this press enables.
And it's really interesting as an application space, isn't it? Because it's kind of that convergence of packaging and wide format. You were talking about pallets going into shops. Now, and you're talking about the practicality of just being able to tear the top off and you've got a display already. That's pretty niche, isn't it? But then it can go anywhere.
No, it's pretty widespread. I mean, think about any time you've been in a supermarket or a wholesale store or any convenience store. Think about what's on the floor and what the packaging is. There's always something on that end unit. Now, it may not be a pallet, but often it is, and it's got some graphic on it. Or there's a stand on the end of that pallet that's containing product that's got graphic printed on it. So it's really a nice bridge between what was just the graphics industry and what now is package-based printing, package-based graphics.
It's one of those fantastic areas where people probably don't realize how much digital print is reducing touch points, not just within the printing process itself, but also within everyday life.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's so you have the touch point piece as well, but you also have the customization of messaging within that space, right? So now with digital, you truly can have a different print at every piece, right? So it's not, you don't have to rely on multiple setups, multiple pieces of tooling. The uniqueness then is for the marketeer and the consumer that you can cater to that need or to that message to that specific market.
Now, also just talking about another consumer application that Nozomi really addresses is the delivery market. So you're ordering from Amazon or one of those other big online retailers, and you can customize boxes with with suggestions for alternate buys and things like that.
Yeah, you can look at it that way. So you can use it as a marketing tool, which obviously the big brands would want to do. But you can also use it as a personalization tool. So say I was buying something as a gift for you, and we sent the box out and I wanted it to have a message as a birthday gift or as an anniversary gift. You could have that box decorated in that way as well. So it's a way to also drive extra value to the customer, which then drives profit into the part of the box making that traditionally is not a revenue generating tool.
Absolutely. Now, we were talking just now about the fact that this takes a huge amount of data to run through it. Can you just run us a little bit through the feeds and speeds again?
Yeah, so you're talking about a press, again, that can do version data, so one unique piece every time it images a piece. Up to 75 linear meters a minute at 1.8 meters wide. So it's a tremendous amount of data. And the nice part about the front end is we've architected it in a way that it's completely scalable depending on how the user wants to deploy it. So just as your consumer and buyer drives what kind of work you're doing, you have the ability to scale up or scale down the kind of data that you push.
I mean, in summary, could you say Nozomi is like the love child of Jetrian, Vutek, bit of
Creative print
with a little bit of fiery.
There's a sprinkle of fiery in there. You know, there's also a little bit of the MIS piece in there. There's a piece of the CTI. There's a little bit of pace in there. So there's a lot of the you know, the whole family that's come together on this thing. It's been brilliant.
So it's good, solid parentage.
It's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
And just a couple of questions about you, Scott. You've been in the industry 5 years. You said in EFI 5 years. Sorry.
EFI 5 years.
Okay. And how many Drupas have you been to now?
This is Drupa 3.
Drupa 3. And what are your impressions of Drupa 2016?
You know, good or bad, it's been so busy here that I haven't left the confines of this booth except for to come and go to the cab stand. But if the traffic here in our booth is any indication, it's been a fantastic turnout, and it's been a fantastic show for all the EFI groups.
And if you could just say one thing to our viewers who are thinking about the imaging of things, about this great new platform that EFI has created to help people create and share their ideas, what would it be?
Be boundless with it. Don't get bound in by the conventions of the graphics that you know today. Really explore different substrates. That's where the magic comes from. Figure out how to be creative with the substrate, and we as print providers will figure out how to get the images on.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me, Scott.
It's a pleasure.
This has been day 7 of Drupa with the imaging of things. As you know, everyone from EFI gives us a different answer about imaging of things. That's because every application that you create is different, and we want to see them up there on that website. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed finding out a little bit more about Nozomi, and we'll be back tomorrow. In fact, we'll be back later, but we'll be back tomorrow as well. This is Drupa. I'm James. Thanks very much for watching.